If you're a homeowner that needs to drill into some concrete, or you might be doing some tile work, chipping some things out, or you just want to have a really large drill around that's going to be able to do some of this work and also have a chuck that will allow you to drill into wood, this $80 SDS Plus drill might be for you. It's an interesting drill. It's actually the largest drill that I could find at 12 amps for the least amount of money, which is $80, and I think it's really interesting. We're going to go through this guy top to bottom, show you everything you need to know about it and its capabilities. Stay tuned. Your $80 is going to get you a plastic case that's going to hold all this, a demolition chisel, a flat chisel, 3 SDS Plus drill bits, which are 12, 10, and 8 millimeter, and also a Jacobs chuck that's going to slide into the SDS Plus head. Now you can go to the store, buy any other SDS or SDS Plus type attachment, and this is going to take it. You have 4 modes here, which is going to be drill only, which would be where you could use this head, or you're going to come up to the hammer drill. This is going to be where you're going to use most of your concrete drilling bits. You can move back to the chisel section. This chisel section is going to allow this chisel to be inside. And when it's in there, it's going to be allowed to move around. So you'll be able to twist and turn with that. And if you put it into hammer mode only, that's going to lock this in place so it can't move in any direction, just hammer. So you have some decent modes that you'd find on any normal drill. And you have 6 speeds here. This will go up to 880 RPM. So you just have a 2-finger trigger, and then you can adjust the speeds up and down from 1 to 6, which works well. Now the difference that I see in this drill than many others is going to be this area right here. This area is what they call an oil cavity, and it is going to hold grease. This unit is going to need to be greased about every 20 hours. And I would suggest if you buy this to take this out, look at it, look at what's inside, and then if you need to add grease in the future, you can just make sure that you have it full to that capacity and that it's not running low on anything. They do supply that here, so you can add to it, like I said, every 20 hours. Now, that's a lot for most homeowners, and I would think that that's a couple days worth of work. So it's just something to keep an eye on. And with tools like this, I would always just make sure that you had plenty of grease in there. Outside, we started off with the demolition chisel. Basically, we wanted to show the 6 joules of impact energy here from the 1500 watt motor, and it's 12 amps. So you can connect this up to any 15 amp outlet at your home without worries of blowing a breaker. It did pretty well with that. You have to expect a little bit less out of an SDS drill while you're chiseling, especially in concrete. This would be great for anything around your home to break things up, not taking out a large driveway. We moved over to the chisel function on this, and that's where this thing is going to shine for most homeowners. If you're removing tile or doing anything like that, this thing chisels excellent. You can see all the concrete coming up. And again, we have that in its chisel mode, and then I switched over to the standard hammer mode only so I could lock that chisel into place, and that allows me to move things around a little bit better. This is an 11.9 pound tool, and you do have a large non-slip auxiliary handle that really allows you to move that around and get into place. After a little bit, I wanted to get into the drills, and drilling with this is nice because it does have a safety clutch on it, and that safety clutch allows you to have a little comfort that if it does get hung up, it's going to let the clutch do the work and take that tension away and not hurt you. But in this case, I never really seen the clutch turn on, and I never got into a situation where it should have, so that's a good thing. The clutch is there for safety, but it's not inhibiting your work. The power cable on this is 6 foot long, so I did have an extension cord attached because I was a little bit further away from the shop, but it is large enough, and as I move through these drill bits, it was drilling excellent. You can easily put a 1/2-inch drill bit on this without issue and drill with speed. So if you're going to move up to a 3/4, it's going to be slower, as you would expect, but it's still going to get the work done. While using this drilling, I was really surprised at how comfortable the drill was to hold and the lack of vibration coming through to my hands. That's not to say you're not getting vibration. It's just saying that for the $80, I expected to get a lot more vibration through, and I didn't. So this is something you could actually use for a long period of time as a homeowner. And if you did get a little bit tired of some of it over time, you could just put on a nice set of gloves and it would be awesome. Attaching the Jacob chuck is simple. Just pull back on the SDS Plus head, drop it in. This is going to be a manual chuck, so you're going to twist it and then use the key, tighten everything down. We want to make sure we're in drill mode only, not hammer mode, and then we can adjust our speed here. Something to keep in mind, the lower the speed, probably the less power of the motor. So we also have a clutch inside here. So if you deal with something a little bit too large, it will stall that clutch out. But let's just put this at level, let's go with level 4, which is probably going to be pretty quick, and let's just see how this goes. So that was excellent. It was controllable, it had the power to go through, and it's a nice larger drill that a homeowner can use to do something that their smaller drills may not be able to. Overall, you have a pretty large drill for $80 that will do a lot of different things. Make sure your auxiliary handle is tight, and that's going to help save you any hurt, but also know that you do have a clutch here that's going to stop this if you get into a bind. And I think you have a great tool for a homeowner that's going to use this maybe once, maybe twice a year, and it seems like everything in here is going to hold up, although long term that's something that we need to test. But just looking at this in general for $80 for a larger rotary hammer, again, you can find some rotary hammers out there for this price, but you'll never find one of this size for that price. And I think that for me was the key as to why I wanted to bring that out here. Nice large unit that's got some power. Very, very budget friendly. As always, leave your comments below. If you have any questions, if you're a homeowner as to what drill bits to buy, what's SDS, what's SDS Plus, what's SDS Max, all that stuff, go ahead, leave that below. Also, we appreciate your time, guys. Have a great day.